Where to find trades on cable. Hi, it's Charlie giving you Wednesday's video. I hope you're very well. I'm actually recording this on Tuesday afternoon. So what I've done is I've taken a blank chart of the pound and literally I'm just going to just do this literally on the fly as it happens. I know there's a couple of levels that I want to look at. So the purpose of this video is to say, okay, here's a way of approaching a chart and having a look at various levels. Now, I appreciate many of you will use all different tools. I'm just saying, stripping it all back and let's just have a look at some levels, okay? Whether you agree or don't agree with some of these levels, it doesn't really matter. It's about just finding some levels. So what I'm actually going to do, I've got some levels on the daily chart we're going to come back to. So let's go to maybe the monthly chart first. We'll have a quick look at that. So if I start off with the monthly chart and I put on a horizontal resistance line, it comes up white. That's no good, is it? So I better change that to red so at least we can see it. Okay, so we've got this, first of all, we've got this level here. Let's just make sure that's okay, right? It slices through a lot here. I can probably bring that down a touch to cut through here. And as you can see, I'm not overly interested in capturing every low. Here I'm looking at where I'm getting a load of touches. So as we can see there, that's a good level because that comes right away up pretty much to the highs as well that we've just made in the pound dollar recently. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now let's take this to a weekly chart. So if I just squeeze, actually I'll squeeze it to here. Okay, so I'm now just going to create another level. If I just take a copy of that, drag it down, so you can see I'm trying to come through where I see most hits. That looks nice there because we got this level here, levels through here, spike levels through here, and the closing price there, and so that looks like a nice level as well. Okay, so we're now starting to build a picture here on the pound dollar. That's the weekly chart that we can see that it broke up through here. It's come up to this resistance point up here, and we're back trading within these old highs here and this latest high up here. So now let's take this down to a daily chart. So on a daily chart, actually I can put some trend lines on. So let's do that. So I'm just going to now put a trend line on there, and actually with this one I'm now just going to drag this across, and many of you already have these levels on. So what we're starting to do is build a picture. That's all we're trying to do when we're technically trading. Yep, we might have some indicators. I've taken my moving averages off for the purposes of this exercise. So sometimes it can just give us a nice clear zone whereby we can actually look at a chart and say, okay, right, we got some major highs, major old support or continuing support, and in fact we got a trend channel in here, and then you can go about your trading business. It's not for me to tell you where to go and trade, but certainly these are the sorts of things that I would be doing. Of course I can put more and more lines on. I can put a line through the here, look, and we know that from these highs here price came down and it's found a little bit of a minor bounce so far, but anyway, I'll just take that off my chart for now because you can put more and more lines on, but for now I've just left those on. So for me, just by having this information on my chart, it tells me a lot. So about what may or may not happen with the pound. So I know, for example, if the pound was to carry on coming down, there's some key levels, a key support zone again down here. Reminder, back out to the monthly chart. That's this zone all the way across here. So that would be a key support zone if the pound came down to there. Let's take it back to the weekly chart. Of course, and that marries up through these. And of course, we've got the highs up here. Now, if we take us back to the daily chart, within that, we've got, and if I can extend my channel here, so let's extend that right, and then do the same with this one. There we go. This sloping sort of channel that's maybe starting to build. I've only got I've only just copied across from the highs down to this low point here. So let's say if the pound was to come down, by the time it works its way down, by the time it works its way down, it could very well work its way down through this channel, if that was to happen. And if I'm a trader looking at this, then I might be saying that could be a very interesting level down here. Okay, if it was to come down to there. What if it was to come up from here? If it was to come up, well, I know that we've got some resistance here. So again, if I like trading off of resistance lines, then I might be a trader who likes doing that. So that could be of an interest. If I'm a trader that likes trading breakouts of trend lines, then that will be of interest. So all of a sudden, I've catered for a whole host of traders here just by putting on 4 lines on my chart. So you can then, and certainly for me, it tells me, oh, if it moves up to here, this is what could happen over here. If it starts to move down towards within this channel, this could be the zone that it could be ending up working its way to. So we don't need to try and do elaborate forecasting. I'm not interested in doing that myself. All I do when I'm doing my analysis is looking for what I often call clear air setups, where I look to say, okay, where I think that once a market does this, where it may go to on a continuation of that particular move. So that's all I do in my analysis. And sometimes just having a naked chart like this, putting on a few support and resistance lines, it brings the chart to life. And then you can say, I've got some plans based on if it comes to any of these lines, what I may want to do. There you go. Quick, short and sweet this week. I'll be back on no doubt on Saturday. We've got non-farm payrolls on Friday, so it's going to be a big one this coming Friday. So no doubt I'll do a review then. Take care for now.